Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bryce and this is Kaler Family Farms. Well, winter is among us and we have some projects to do this winter. I was kind of at a loss of what I could even record for YouTube this winter because not much goes on out in the fields and I don't currently have livestock, but we have some projects to work on. I've worked on taking the back drill off of this John Deere drill I have here. It was a 30-footer. It was two 750 drills. This is the John Deere hitch. There was another brand, but this one's hydraulic and it had a hydraulic dolly on the back drill. But this will be something I'm working on this fall. I'd like to fix it up and sell it. It's in really great shape. Doesn't look like it here in the pictures, but it has brand new blades on it. It has new seed boots, new seed tabs, and it was repinned and rebushed. So this is project numero uno for this winter. To do this, I got last week, I believe it was, last Saturday actually, I got a 2-point hitch that I ordered, and it came from Calhoun, Kentucky, Needham Ag Parts. They brought it out. I was looking for a dolly, but they didn't have one available. So I will have this 2-point hitch put on that drill, and that'll be a main project this winter to fix up and then resell. Another project I've talked about in the past, and actually the same video where I was taking the drills apart, is this barn. The Amish are coming to tear it down this winter. They actually were here last Saturday and we tore some of the hay lofts and stuff out of it, but I'm going to save that for the final video that shows the complete teardown. And it's got aluminum corrugated roofing on it, and I want to try and start doing some livestock next year. We have all of this grass out here by the barn, and it's junked up with some equipment I need to clean out right now. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to start doing my pastured pork next year like I'd like, but I would like to take some of the corrugated aluminum roofing and build a Joel Salitin style chicken tractor, which should be about 10 foot by 12 foot and fit about 50 broilers at a time. And it's also the same type that Pete Larson from Just a Few Acres Farm uses in his videos, if you've seen those. I'm kind of excited about this because I've talked about doing it for probably 10 years, or since I first learned about Polyface Farm and what they do there. So this is a pretty exciting move for me. My parents live in the city, so I'm kind of hoping that'll start me off on a good way of being able to sell some of it. Also, there's friends and family around here I can maybe start selling to. At this point, I think I just want to try one batch if it even comes to fruition. To do this, I have a book written by Joel Salitin, and it's called Polyface Designs, I believe. I'll put in a little video of it in here, but it gives detailed directions on how to build a lot of the low infrastructure things that Joel Salitin uses on his farm to raise livestock. So a big jump for me. I'm excited about it. I'll put a little clip of the video in there so you can also see what it is I'm planning on trying to build. But you guys will probably have to stay on me to make sure all these projects get done this winter, because we've got a lot going on with our new baby and everything else going on. So this is the book Polyface Designs that I would like to use to make my chicken tractor. If you go in here, there's a broiler shelter, and it gives you a material list, the tools that you need, a cut list of everything, and a step-by-step process. I'm skipping ahead here, obviously, of how to build this per their design till you get over here with the finished product. Another project that I don't think I'm going to attempt next summer. I feel like starting off with some broilers and maybe a couple pigs, if I can swing it, should be enough to get my feet wet to see what I think of everything. But I've got a couple decent running gears laying around here where we scrapped the box on it because they were getting kind of junky. Now this one here had a 385 Killbrother, no, I'm sorry, it was a 350 Killbrother box on this, and it was kind of my scrap bin for a long time. I just throw all the junk in it, and I took it to the scrapyard finally when it was relatively full and just jerked her off the running gear, and here we are. But it would be good foundation and a good start to build a mobile chicken house on it. I should mention that the mobile chicken house isn't for broilers like the chicken tractor will be for. The mobile chicken house will be for egg layers. And one nice thing about me potentially starting to do egg layers is my grandpa used to raise a pile of chickens. As a matter of fact, his dad made it through the Great Depression raising chickens. Everyone wanted to know why his chickens always did so well during the Depression, and he had all of his chicken houses plumbed with warm water through the winter, and they just produced quite a bit better. He actually had a farmhand back then, and he was able to put him through college on his salary helping out with the chicken farm. I can't remember how many they had, but it's where I'd eventually like to build a house someday. There's an old gabled roof barn over there, and it has an upstairs chicken coop in it, which if you're interested, I could give you a tour of that over there, and even what's left of the old granary and maybe some of the buildings. The old house is still there, but it needs tore down, unfortunately. But that could be a video for this winter, actually, while I'm kind of stewing about it. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments section, so that way I get some insight on what you guys want from me, because that's what's important. Another project I don't know if I'll get to this winter, if I feel confident enough to tackle on my own, our Allis-Chalmers 7010 open station. It's got a couple cables that need replaced, which I should be able to do on my own, but the injection pump has started to leak. I don't know if you would call it the throttle body, but it's the lever that comes out of the pump that the throttle connects to, and there's no ring in there that needs replaced. Well, I can probably take the pump off, but I know it has to be timed, and I've never done that, so I would probably like to have someone help me do that the first time. But I don't know if all this stuff's going to get done this winter, but we can certainly try. I'd like to clean up all this clutter in the corner of the barn, so I'll have all you people on YouTube to keep on me on that, so that way maybe it gets done. I could probably fit quite a bit more equipment in here, maybe get my old junky grain truck in here. I want to get this auger put back on one of my big wagons, so that way it's ready to go for spring. It is December 15th today, and I still have some cereal rye to sock in the ground. I don't have markers on this drill, so it makes it difficult to plant after dark. I've got the light bar I could probably use, but it's just been heating up way too quick in the morning to just get out and try and seed some of this while the ground's froze. Plus, with our infant at home, sleep is kind of a hot commodity now, so I don't really want to try and do it at 3 a.m. in the morning when I am done feeding the baby. But another project or thing I'd like to video this summer is this Allis-Chalmers hay rake. I need to do some work to it. Any of you orange guys out there have any idea how these bearings go together? I need to do some of them. This one, shoot, you can even see the crack in it right there. So I've got a little work to do to it, and I also have a Allis-Chalmers hay bind back there. That would be kind of a neat feature item on a Allis-Chalmers page. So also ordered some new parts for the D17. If I can figure out how to insert some pictures, I will, but I dropped a tree on it this last spring on accident. It rolled out of the bucket and about captured me on here. I mentioned it and told the story in another video, but actually the year before I had one roll out of the bucket and kind of smush and buckle our nose cone and push through the corner of the radiator, and I found a new old stock nose cone and radiator for it, which I'm thinking whenever I get another loader tractor, it'd probably be the time to put that in, unless there's a problem with the radiator, because I don't really want to put some nice metal on it and then crinkle it again with the loader. Which, a little dream of mine, I would like to get a 6080 Allis-Chalmers tractor, preferably two-wheel drive at this point, just for the turning radius with a loader on it. You know, between that and the 7010 open station here, which I think this is about my favorite tractor we have, and my little 8010 over there, I don't really foresee myself really needing anything else. Plus we've got the old 4020, so I mean, I've thought about putting a loader on this tractor, but I've spent a lot of time on this one growing up, and I really don't want it getting beat up with a loader. I'd rather see this thing restored at some point and be a parade tractor, maybe something to rake hay with and bale with and everything, but certainly don't want it beat up on a loader, and neither do I want the D17 anymore, because that's just done a number on it, and that is the only brand new tractor my grandpa ever bought. So I hope you are all enjoying me rambling around about this stuff. Another little update that we have, if you've watched my previous videos, which I can put a link in the comments section to the video discussing it, but this barn should have been down by now. The Amish didn't get a chance to come out this fall and tear it down. They had some issues with their family, but in my next video, hopefully, this thing will be coming down. Really hate to see it go, but it's just way too way too foregone. There we go. I mean, the joke around here has always been the barn still stands because the wind blows through the barn, not against it. But I have a lot of great memories in this barn. Growing up, you know, you always find your place. Growing up, you always find yourself, you know, if you have time, probably just going somewhere just to think. Nowadays, I think it would probably be called meditating, but I don't know. For the longest time, I'm not going to sit down now, but I'd usually come up here about this high and just sit here and watch the cattle and watch them munching hay when we had a hay bunk back here and along the side, and used to love bedding them and watching them play in the straw and just sit here and, you know, ponder life and all of those fun things. But yes, so next video might be this barn coming down. I don't know. That's kind of the game plan. I'm not really sure what all I'm going to be able to do this winter, because obviously there's not much farming going on when the snow's flying and it's cold, which, man, for December 15th today, it is 56 degrees outside, and it's unbelievable. Another video I can drop in the comment section, which I don't know if you guys can see it across the... No, I don't think you guys can see it. Just a sneak peek on the barn for the next video. All the lofts are out. I always wanted these out back here, but it sure does look different. Side note, all this manure from the barn needs to be hauled out. Hasn't been done yet. Well, it's been hauled out of the barn, but needs to get spread, and I haven't decided if that is a winter project or a spring project. So that might be a nice winter time frame video depending on when it gets hauled. Okay, where were we? I'll drop it in the comment section, but my cover crop that I seeded this summer, I'm a little disappointed with it so far. I don't know if I would completely call it a flop, but it turned off super dry. The ground dried out before we could get it seeded and packed back down, and we had like 0 rain in August here in Ohio. But my cover crop guy, he kind of assures me that there still will be stuff here this spring, and I'm inclined to believe it because there's still rye and stuff in here, but you just see a lot of soil on top of the ground still, and I'm not overly fond of that. Here we got a radish. I think that's a radish. Shoot. Probably some wheat, volunteer wheat. Maybe it's rye. I can't tell. Could be oats. Most of my bigger radishes are down on that corner. Here's one. The ones down on the corner are quite a bit bigger than that one, but it still did put a tuber on, helped with some compaction. This is going to be my first no-till cover crop field. I think there's, well, shoot, if I can find a picture of the tag, I'll post it on here. but I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like next spring. I think that's, and if it's not a weed, it's probably sorghum Sudan grass, which I never really saw come, because I think probably what did germinate in August probably dried out between the little 10th here and there pickle showers we were getting. But just a little update on my cover crop situation here. But I'm sure come spring there will be plenty of vegetation here. It's just I wish there was more going into winter, and the months here of the summer I just wish there would have been more going on out here than just dirt. So I'm sorry, soil. That's right, us cover crop guys, we like to call it soil and not dirt, because dirt is dead. But well, I think that's pretty much gonna tie it up for this video until next time. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, something else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this stuff probably isn't a weed. I'm thinking this might be the sorghum Sudan that was in this mix, because it is pretty well all over the field, and actually looks like some deer have maybe been working on it. They grazed the top off of it. I'm guessing that that's probably what that is. I'd have to look here in the seed mix to see what all was put in this, because I can't remember all of it verbatim. But here's a pretty decent looking radish. Just for reference, I mean, I can't even get my hand the whole way around that, and it's sticking up probably a good 4.5 inches up out of the ground. I just wish there would have been a more consistent stand of everything across the field. All that hog manure, I'm telling you, look at this guy. He's massive. He's not sticking up very far, but shoot, he's even got a crack in him right here. That thing's probably the size of a softball. And there's another one over here. Maybe I'm just not quite seeing them because they're lower to the ground. I mean, this guy, he's huge. Another softball sized one. He's a decent sized one, but leafy stuff it. I'm thinking that might be kale, but verbatim, I don't know. I mean, some of these radishes aren't poking up very big, but they're pretty darn girthy. Let's check this guy out here. I can't, oh, yep, he's in there. Come around this side. He's kind of a weird looking one. Shoot, we got some sidewall compaction going on here, just shooting off to the side. I don't know. But, I don't know. I think there's still hope for spring. We'll just have to see what it looks like. Of course, we keep having a warmer winter like this, these radishes will just keep on going. The ones that are there. And it should help get some of the other grasses and legumes and stuff that were in the mix going. I will say, I haven't looked real close, but I haven't spotted any red clover in it, which I'm sure if I look hard enough I could find some, but the stuff is just so small at this point. Oh shoot, here's one. Red clover. So, we'll see. Spring might be a complete game changer. The first cover crop I ever did was cereal rye, and I called it a complete utter failure. I pulled in January. You could see the rye just laying on top of the ground. It was broadcasted, and come in March and it greened up, and I'm like, oh shoot, maybe we have something here. Well, probably more April. Came in to plant the field. The stuff was 6-7 foot tall. It was ridiculous, and that was a new record crop for me that year back in 2015, growing beans, green, and cereal rye. So be interesting to see how this corn crop goes next year. I suppose now would be a good time to say pound that like and subscribe button. I mean, if you want to follow along and see how this first year of no-tilling corn into cover crops goes, I'm sure we could probably, you know, I'm sure you could follow along in the videos and kind of come along with me this first time and just see how everything turns out. Be a learning process for both of us. for a first-time no-till corn farmer. And if you've got plenty of experience, it'd be a good time for you to come out and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Give me some advice. One thing about some farmers is they're very stubborn and don't like to listen to anybody. One of the best ways for me to learn has always been to network and talk to other people. And, you know, I'm never afraid to try something new, hence no-till and cover crops. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Remember, trust nature. It yields.